So I'm sitting here with a couple of my regular loyal customers and cigar smokers, and they have treated me to a Gurkha Centurion. We actually just got done smoking a Gurkha Titan, so my palate is not totally clean, but did the water thing. I'm gonna let it sort out here a couple seconds more before I get going on this. This is a double perfecto size, and they've already started smoking them. And they give me a few hints of what it's like, but I'm gonna hold off on that and tell you what I get myself. Now this end is cut already from the smoking side, and I've decided to smoke it just how it's cut. I'm assuming that Gurkha is wanting you to smoke it just how it is to get the full flavor effect, um, but we'll see how it goes. The overall smells that I get off this wrapper, and actually remove the band so that way I can get a nice good long smell on it. I get a lot of like sweet tobacco-ness. There's a little bit of floralness in there, and then I think there's a little bit of wood in there. Maybe some hay. Might just be fooling my nose. The roll on this is pretty nice. There are a few rather large veins right there that you can see. Um, it almost looks like it's been pressed on either side and not rolled to a perfect roll. Again, I'm not sure if that's intended or if maybe it's just the cigar I have in my hands. So I am going to light this up. My lighter will light. There it is. I like how this lights. It just takes a quick second to light. Man, that sweetness really comes through right away. Very mild flavors. There's some very nice marrying happening on there. How old did you say these were?
I don't know. Everything in there, I think, is at least 8 to 10 years
At
old.
least 8 to 10 years old. We think at least 8 to 10 years old. So there's some nice meatiness in there. There's that sweet tobacco, like I said. There's some other real subtle things happening in there, like maybe some nutmeg or some other just real soft spices going along in there. So you know the drill. I'm going to puff on this for a little bit and be right back with the first third. So I'm through the first third of this Centurion. I've slid the band up just a little bit because I wanted to keep it on there for personal preference. You can see the burn wasn't the greatest. It's actually starting to even up now. I was actually really surprised that it didn't burn as even as I had hoped for such a high quality cigar. Supposedly these are called the Rolls Royce of cigar. And if you ever smoked a Rolls Royce, it would probably taste like this. I'm getting a lot of just sweet tobacco notes. There's some really nice almonds and nuttiness in there. Maybe some walnuts. Um, there's some really nice wood coming through as well. I'm actually puffing and I'm tasting almost like some real rare like steak tones is probably the best way that I can describe it. That nutmeg is still in there. It's been very consistent. Other than this, kind of ugly looking burn here, um, it's been a very good cigar. Very nice draw. That small little hole that Gurkha put in there for me. It's pulling very easy. So far I'm very happy with the cigar, especially for the price I paid. So I'm going to get into the second third, and I'll be right back in 1 second. An unshagged Shaggy.
Yeah, it just comes with a little inch and a half as an extra, as a bonus.
Can't imagine smoking an 8.5 inch cigar.
I guess they're kind of good if you smoke them like down to 3 inches, and you just use the end as a filter. Smoke a 7-inch cigar and keep the inch and a half too as just a cigar filter.
So you filtering your cigar through a cigar? Is that what you're doing? Nice.
One
And
of
what else?
the cigars that they rolled at the shop was like 12 inches long. It was like super
Thin?
thin, yeah.
I'd imagine so.
12-inch Lancero.
I mean, what is that? A Groucho Marx cigar?
No, 44 inches, but 44 gauge, but 12 inches long, be a lance.
I mean, how could you even get that thing to like stay up? I mean, you'd have to let it dry to a certain point so it stays not floppy. You know, I mean, it's like, oh, we'll just twist it into a Calabra.
Yeah.
I would like to smoke one of those, the Calabras,
Yeah.
where they twist 3 cigars in it. And I mean, it's meant to take apart, and so you smoke with 2 of your friends, and then you're smoking 3 twisty cigars. That's what it's for. It actually just started as just a novelty that people were doing, and for some reason it gained popularity. Very few people do them anymore, but
Yeah.
like Davidoff does one, and you can like custom order them. But I mean, it's literally like a curvy cigar, and it smokes just like that. So I am just about through the second third of the Centurion here, and you can see the ash is hanging on really well. The burn has cleaned up nicely. It doesn't have that nasty overhang or that exploding look to it anymore. Overall, through the second third, I've gotten just lots and lots of cedar coming through. There's a little bit of like some sweet, like chewy fruit coming through as well. That steakness has disappeared. And the sweetness is just kind of giving it a backbone on the exhale when you're. It's definitely still there. Smoke production is very, very nice. I'm really happy that the burn has evened up. So overall, a very good cigar, very complex. Those real minor spice notes are in there as well. That nutmeg. There's some other flavors going on in there too. They can't really pinpoint. I'm just giving a further a foot to the complexity of this cigar. Still burning nice and cool in my hands. Just very good overall. The draw is still very nice even from this small hole. So I'm gonna puff on this, get into the last third, and I'll be right back in 1 sec.
It burns forever.
And it burns for how many?
Huh?
How much smoke?
Prodigious amounts.
Prodigious amounts of smoke. Apparently, this cigar puts out.
It puts out lots of smoke.
So is that what prodigious means?
Yes.
I was thinking indigenous.
Indigenous, like one of the natives.
Exactly. It's like a native cigar.
Indigenous smoke.
So don't forget, you heard it here first. This puts out a prodigious amount of smoke. We've actually been smoking these cigars for pretty close to 2 hours now, and it's, as you can see, there's still quite a bit left to go. But here in this last third, it's turned to really dark spices, and there's a really heavy nicotine kick coming in. My draw tightened up considerably, but like I said, I didn't clip it at all. It's still just burning great, and it's getting a little hot here towards the fingers, but this is definitely one that you could easily pin and then smoke it all the way down. Overall, this has been a very complex, very, very smooth cigar. This would be something great that somebody could pick up if they've smoked a cigar or two before and wanted something that was a little darker, but definitely not over the edge to something like a Gurkha Titan or anything like that. Big thanks to my friends Rich and Sam for bringing this one in to me today. And if you're not there already, brothersfinetobacco.com. Don't forget, you can check us out on Facebook. Check out events we're having here in the shop. And as always, thank you for watching.